Good morning, young Rance. Good morning, sweetheart. We're waiting. I'm waiting a little bit longer because hey, Joshua, this is random and this one will not stay up. I'm actually, and this is why I need to stay focused because I be doing like a bunch of things at the same time. Do you know someone named Raw Talk Culture? If you do, let me know. If any of you guys know Raw Talk Culture, let me know and tell her that I'm over here doing a live stream and I'm going to share a little bit of the video that she played with me on it. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hold on. This will not be long and this also won't be staying up, but I would like someone that knows, I'm sure someone knows Raw Talk Culture. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I don't want to, if I get out of this, I'll lose my, hey, honey. Y'all come on in the building. Come on in the building. I got something to talk about. Hey, Bayou. Hey, Red Wings. Okay. Bayou, do you know Raw Talk Culture? If you do, can one of y'all kind of like drop her a message and just let her know that I'm going live and I'm reviewing her. Well, I'm not reviewing her video. I'm addressing her. As a matter of fact, let me go to her video. Hold on. Hey, Third. Hold on, y'all. Hey, hold on. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I had to get out of my editor. Okay. So if y'all know Raw Talk Culture, somebody please send her a message and say, hey, Mahogany Roots is going live and she's addressing something that you said on your live stream. Okay, so y'all know I moved throughout the spaces. I think, not yesterday. I don't think I was online hardly at all yesterday, except to say hi to a few of you guys. I was out with my son almost all day yesterday, and today we're about to leave. We have 2 appointments, so I will not be on here. Last night, I spent hours working on a video for you guys. I'm working on a House of the Dragons video, and I'm also working on a recovering from surgery fibroid video. So I'm working on several videos at one time. So I have not been on here. But 2 days ago, I think I was on Sharon Bracey's channel, and there was a discussion about corporate punishment, parenting skills, parenting types. Okay. I thought, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the purpose of a panel is for everybody. Hey, Misha. Hey, Boo. And Misha, thank you so much for your support. Y'all, because I go back and watch the videos. If I don't see y'all, please forgive me. I would never ignore y'all. But a lot of times, especially when I'm on my phone, I am not looking at y'all. So it's good to see you all. But anyway, I was on Sharon Bracey. If you guys have not heard of him, check him out. I think he's a great content creator. It's a very open environment. It's unisex, open platform. Anyway, but the topic was, should you beat or not to beat your children? And what I said was, and I will play it. What I said was, well, I think it's up to the parent. I think there's a lot of judgment, a lot like what people do with Black women's hair. Oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You know what? We live in America. It's a free country. People are allowed to punish their children the way they see fit. It doesn't matter if you don't like the fact that I have chosen to use corporate punishment a time or two on my child. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to the law either, because I'm not doing anything that's illegal. The problem with this space is everybody wants to tell everybody what to do. Am I judging you? Am I telling you? And what kills me, a lot of these motherfuckers don't have no kids. Does Raw Talk Culture have kids? Because if she don't have no kids, oh my God, shut the fuck up. These people with no kids, please be quiet with me. And these people with badass kids and unproductive kids and kids that fucking haven't accomplished shit, don't talk to me. My son is an A student, been one his whole life, never committed a crime, never been to jail, never did anything wrong, has won awards. Alpha Phi Alpha. honey. So, and unless you raising an A student, please keep your lips off of Mahogany Roots, honey, and her children, and how I choose to raise my child or whatever. Listen, we are all allowed to do content reviews, which is why I'm reviewing this. But some of y'all got real poor comprehension. I realized that probably 7 years ago. Somebody will say, um, it could be something as simple as, yeah, I went to the store yesterday and they were all out of fish. And by the time we hear the story, oh yeah, she said she went to the store yesterday and her coochie smelled like fish. You motherfuckers can't get it together. You can't keep a storyline together to save your goddamn souls. I used to say it almost in a joking way, but I think a lot of y'all are so special and not in a good way. Not in a good way. Now, I just go over there and I listen. Somebody, please go get Raw Talk before, because like I said, I don't want to leave this up. I am changing my channel. My channel will not be about beefing. I will not be yelling. I'm trying not to cuss. Y'all pray for me. It's a long road, honey. But if you're going to review something, don't put words in my mouth. This woman just said, well, I don't know about knocking a child between the wall. Excuse me, ma'am. I never said I knocked my child between the wall. Where did you get this, ma'am? Do y'all know Raw Talk? Who knows Raw Talk? I tried to at her in this I'm gonna leave it up long enough for her to see it. I don't have no beef with you, lady. Hey, Pastor. I don't know you, but I need for y'all. But when y'all gonna review something, y'all need to get the shit right. Y'all need to practice y'all comprehension skills. You know that part of the essay, the part of the test where you have to read the essay and you have to derive what the essay topic is about. That part. A lot of y'all motherfucking y'all is. Oh, you don't know about you? Okay. Hey, LSP, welcome in everybody. Well, let me let y'all hear. So, I don't like sharing people's stuff. I really don't. And but I want you guys to hear. Hey, Miss Lolita, what I'm talking about. And see, I know she didn't mean no harm, and it's no harm taken, honey, when you see this video. But there are people that will take that. Oh, she was up on Sharon Bracey, and she said she knocked her son head between the wall and the door. I never said that, ma'am. I never said that. As a matter of fact, what I said was is that I can count on one hand, less than one hand, how many times I've actually had to spank my son. And then I told a story of how when he was little, he hit me back. And I'm sorry, in my family, we if your child hits you, we hit your ass back. And that's not just a black thing. I've seen white people, I've seen Asian people spank their kids. So this is not just a black thing. But people who got unruly kids or people who don't have kids at all, y'all just need to please be quiet on this subject, because y'all, until you have been somewhere, honey, until you have walked in my goddamn Nike shoes, honey, please, because you don't know what you're talking about. I don't know her, and I could be cool with her. I'm gonna run up on her. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I see her, I don't know where she be. But well, I don't know if I'm going to subscribe, but I will be over there. I might subscribe just so I can catch her when she's live, because I don't have a beef with her. But girl, if you gonna tell a story, tell the true story. And then we in a space, y'all know, third, y'all, everybody know we in a space where people take shit and spin it and run with it. Oh, she over there beating her child. Y'all know how these niggas go? No, don't do that. Don't do that with me. I don't beat my child. As a matter of fact, and it's just this space gets on my nerves with these children topics. If once again, let me put this on the record. If anybody believes somebody's child is being abused, 911 is available to us all. 911 is available to us all. We don't need to strike up a live about it and then talk shit about people who ain't mentioning it. If people ain't mentioning it, then why don't you pull up your big girl panties and you mention it? 911 is available to us all, honey. I'm tired of the bullshit. That's why y'all don't even see me talking about these topics no more. Because people in this space is full of it. They full of it. And if it was mine, 911 would have been called a long time ago. Okay? But people they just so desperate for content and shit around this motherfucker. Any old thing. So let me see if I can find it. Her video is very long, so I don't have time for that this morning, y'all. But I want to get to the point where she's talking about me and what I said. And she really thinks she's saying something over there. I'm gonna try and be nice because I don't know her, but I've been noticing for years a lot of airheads coming in this space. A lot of ding dongs, a lot of wally wongs, a lot of freaking fluffy biscuit brain bitches coming in this space, talking a lot and ain't saying shit. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not talking about nobody specific. When I say I've been noticing this shit for years, I've been noticing this shit for years. You got Shaz Sharday and her pick me ass over there talking about can black women compete with German bitches? Excuse me, bitch. Black women and Misha. Have y'all ever woke up and said, I wonder what the German bitch, I wonder what she got going on over there in Germany. Are y'all dumb? But Shez Sharday ass. And I watched her. I watched her before she had, because a sister friend of mine liked her at the time. Say, hey, check her out. But I watched her. I watched her grow up on content, just eating these men's content. But if y'all sitting up here thinking that black women wake up comparing themselves to a German woman halfway across the world that we don't know, we'll never meet, y'all are retarded. I'm sorry. I'm convinced that you niggas in this space are retarded. I have never once woke up out my bed, woke up out my sleep, and thought about what a bitch halfway across the world is thinking about and what her life is like and competing with her. Are y'all dumb? Airheads. These bitches. I've been trying to be nice. I've been trying to be nice. Dear God, I've been trying to be nice, but some of y'all are dumb. You just dumb. Dumb as a box of rocks, and you got so much to say. Oh, Jesus. Well, I'm gonna tell you this a little warning. Don't you ever? And I'm not saying you came for me, sister. I don't think you came for me, and that's why I'm not coming for you. But you might just. I'm telling you, y'all. Whew, because y'all just can't. Y'all can't. A lot of y'all can't compete with y'all. Can't compare, honey. Y'all need some sense to go up against mahogany. Okay. Pull out that motherfucking knife sharpener and sharpen that motherfucker. Y'all need to get the sharpening them blades before y'all go up against old mahogany, honey. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Can I have just a moment, please?
Okay, yes, go ahead. Let Mahogany get a moment, please. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I actually didn't come to talk about the video because I honestly have not seen the video that y'all are talking about. I came to talk about the topic, which was, I thought you were discussing whether or not, corporate punishment was, yay or nay to that. So I just have just a couple of things. It'll be less than 2 minutes. I agree.
Please, hi, Mahogany. How you doing? Sharon,
Hi.
$20 to play a 1 minute video. Do we have a deal? And I'm not saying that.
Oh.
I promise you, Marvin. I promise you, it's going to be worth your time. $20. You said, Sharon. $20. Can I click the button right now?
No, I would like to just finish and then I want to leave. Sharon, you're the leader of the show. Please, I just want to finish.
Hold on, y'all. Mahogany's.
Hey, Auntie, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Go to the video. Go ahead, Mahogany.
Please, Sharon. Okay, because Sharon, I'll be honest with you. I'm not feeling that well, so I don't have very long. I'm just going to add 2 comments. I agree with what you were talking about when you were talking about, not beating your kid for every little thing. However, I just would like to say this because I did not see a video about anybody beating a child. So I don't know anything about that. But I do agree with corporal punishment. There are times, and you will find, especially as your children begin to grow, where they will become disobedient, where they will challenge you at times, especially if you have a boy.
I'm just letting you guys know, tyranny for the future. You got little ones, but there will be times when your children will challenge you. And, to save my child and keep my child out of jail, yes, if I have to knock your little ass down to keep you from stealing, to keep you out of the white man's jail, I absolutely will knock you off on your ass. And I won't regret it. I want to say that. I want to say, however, I understand what you're saying, tyranny. But I will say this, I don't believe in necessarily being friends with your children. Yes, you can have, especially as your children grow, right? Your children will grow and you will develop a more comfortable relationship with, where you can talk to them. However, there's always a hierarchy. My mom is 70 something years old and I'm 45. I still have to show her a certain level of respect because that's what I'm saying. Just because you're your child's friend, right? Even as an adult, as a 45-year-old woman, yes, you should maintain and have that respect for your parents. And then the knock in between, listen, I can't say shit. Like I said, to each his own. But, there's ways that you can communicate with your child. That you're trying to keep them out of the white man jail. Knocking their head between the wall, I don't think that honestly is going to, take the cake here. Okay.
Did y'all hear me say anything about, and y'all stay right there. If y'all know this broad raw talk culture, go get her. Leave a message, tell her somebody talking about her on live and tell her to bring her ass over here. I'm dropping the link for her because since she seems to have a hard time listening, I need some of y'all, before y'all hit the live button, I need y'all to wipe the wax out of y'all ears. Did y'all hear me say anything about knocking my son's head between the wall and the dryer? Did y'all hear me say that? Or did I say to keep? And let's talk about the white man's jail. If it ain't the white man's jail in the United States of America, who owns the prison system? Who is it? Whose jail is it? Is it the black man's jail? Is it the Asian? Is it the Asian man jail? Is it the goddamn Native American man's jail? Whose jail is it if it ain't the motherfucking white man's jail? Whose country do you think this is? Who is running everything? Goddamn airheads. God damn. Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. What the fuck? Dear God in heaven. Who is educating these goddamn motherfuckers, these new motherfuckers? Who are educating these people? Are you dumb? Even white people will say it's the white man's jail. Are you stupid? Dear God in heaven, where's she at? Where are you at, Raw Talk? Come on, girl. Come on over here and get a little education. But sharpen that goddamn steel, bitch. Sharpen it. Because you coming off real fucking dumb. I'm sorry. Just real dumb. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to drop this link if y'all want. Hey, good morning, Underrated. It's good to see you, sweetie. Good to see you. If y'all want to, I don't have long. Like I said, I got an appointment. I actually have 2 appointments this morning. I have one this morning, one this afternoon. And I am working on, I promised y'all, I'm feeling better. I'm working on some uploads, so I don't want to spend too much time with this. I'll leave it up long enough for her to know, and I'll go leave her a comment and tell her to check it out. It's no beef. I don't know her. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to deal with mahogany, you got to sharpen your knife before you come over here dealing with a whole warrior. You just got to. And I'm glad you didn't say nothing about my parenting, Miss Lady, because you don't know nothing about my parenting. But I will tell you, my parenting has produced an A student in college, somebody working on their bachelor degree at the age of 23, someone that won at both me and my son both were top graduating students. And I can prove that if you need me to. So you work, my parenting skills have obviously not been too bad. And like I said on Sharon, I'm not going to apologize for the way I grew up. I grew up where parents discipline their children. When I got popped, I deserved to get popped. My grandmother popped me. I can count, like I said, on one hand how many times I got spanked, how many times I had to spank my son, because usually kids will learn. But yeah, I got out of hand with my grandmother one time, and I love this woman to death. May she rest in peace. But my grandmother didn't play with us. You talk back to her if you want to. You might be picking your teeth up off the ground. See, a lot of y'all younger people, especially you younger parents, you don't know shit. First of all, your kids are too young. You haven't really dealt with shit. You haven't had my child never tried to fight me, but I've seen people's kids try and fight them. I worked in pediatrics. I repeat this. I worked in pediatrics for 20 years. I've seen little girls call their mom bitches. There was a black father. His daughter got smart with her. She didn't even say nothing. She didn't really call her dad anything, but she just got smart and he turned around and hit her. And guess what we did? We all looked the hell away because she deserved it. Um, and like I said, there was a little white girl, probably 16, but she called her mom a bitch. Probably because her mom don't believe in corporal punishment. Hmm. So a lot of y'all got low kids. Y'all don't even know what y'all up against. Because let me tell you something. If I thank God the Most High has blessed me. My child is very obedient, very good kid. Yes, he's done things. When he did that, when he hit me, he was little. But he never did that shit again because he knows better. But imagine if I had let that go. Imagine he 13, 14, strong. Little boys get their strength young. 13, 14, here I am, 100. At that time, probably 110 pounds. He knocked me on my ass. You think I'm going to let that happen? You out your damn mind. A lot of y'all are bird brains, airheads. I'm sorry. I got to call it the way I see it. A lot of y'all ain't got no goddamn sense. You up here listening to fucking. I'm gonna be honest. And this is not a race thing, but who is where y'all getting this information? Y'all getting this information from a bunch of psychologists, right? I'll never forget Oprah. Oprah was one of the main people. Oh, don't hit your kids. Well, Oprah ain't got no goddamn kids. When you got kids, it's a different story. And there are plenty of psychologists and psychologists that have kids that still use corporal punishment. Now I'm okay if you choose not to spank your kids. That's your issue. That's your choice. All I know is I ain't got to worry about my child coming up in here slapping the shit out of me, calling me out my name. I ain't got to worry about that because he knows better. How he learned it is how he learned it, but he knows better. Now let me drop this link. If y'all, hey, exiled one, and let me say hello to all y'all. Y'all can come in. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. But if y'all got any, if y'all, I would like for y'all just if you want to say something about corporal punishment, whether you agree or disagree. I would like y'all to keep it to that. Or if you want to keep it to the video I just played, that would be fine. And Miss Lady, Miss Raw Talk, if you are in the building, please come up. Please come up and talk to me and explain to me why you proceeded to lie and say that I said I would knock my child's head between the wash and the dry. I never said that. I already had a goddamn big ass bitch lion heifer lie on me for years in this space. Okay. And I'm not dealing with it no more. Nobody else is allowed to lie on mahogany roots. No, I repeat, no one else is gonna be allowed to lie on mahogany roots. And I dispelled those myths. The people who want to act like they don't want to know, well, that's just they just be the one that act that they don't know the truth. But I produce receipts over here dealing with all those situations. A hoe came up here and lying on me, talking about oh, that I set women up and shit. Meanwhile, this bitch can't get along with another black woman. Cannot get along with another black, especially not another black woman with a channel. That might be some competition. Really, because I was never competition. There has never been competition between me and no other woman. Let me just set that straight. But her old ass obviously felt like I was competition because she was never competition for me. Up here talking all that shit. So I said, okay, let's do a lingerie haul. I ain't never heard nothing about the goddamn lingerie haul. Okay. But no. Let me calm down. But yeah, y'all know I'm done with niggas lying on me. I don't care if you male or female. I'm done with niggas lying on me. The next lie I hear, I will address it. I will always address it. I'm gonna deal with it and then I'll shut it down. Because y'all don't understand these people so desperate in this space that they'll take this shit just for content. I know she didn't mean no harm. I know what she was trying to say. But something just that simple can get spread into a rumor. And tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if that can get spread into a rumor by tomorrow. Oh, she over there beating her kids. Somebody watch. And the crazy shit is, y'all. The crazy shit is, it be people that be watching you that you don't even know be watching you. I went over to Reg the Bad Guy show. I lie to you not. And a nigga, I don't even know this dude. He brought up something from 3 years ago. And I'm like, damn, he never came in my chat. So I'm like, what's he talking about? And he was like, yeah, that's why you was over there crying. Not even watching the content. Not even know what I was crying about. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, it'll be a cold day in hell before I cry over a YouTuber in this space. I already told y'all what I was crying over. I was crying over the loss of my baby. But these niggas, like I said, they take a little bit and they like I said, you go in there to buy fish at the grocery store, and the next thing, oh, she smelled like fish. You know, they can't hold the storyline for their lives. They can't. These motherfuckers. Whew. I don't know what to say. I don't know if I should say go back to school, eat more Wheaties. I don't know what it's gonna take to get y'all brain working right. I just don't understand. The comprehension is poor with a lot of these niggas in this space. Now hold on. All right. So the topic is corporal punishment, yes or nay, yay or nay. And also, if you guys felt like there was something wrong that I said in that video, I personally do not feel like I said anything wrong. Hey, Hatchtrack. Hey, Mr. Music. Child, Mr. Music. You actually know one of them. You know that old big heifer. But I don't, I don't listen, everybody internet, listen, we all pay our own internet. Okay. And I don't pay y'all internet. So y'all free to go wherever y'all want to go. Y'all won't catch me up over there, but y'all free to go wherever y'all want to go. Okay. That's always been my rule. And everybody here that has known me for years, some of y'all have known me for years, and that's the truth. When I went through that situation, losing my baby, and there were people in her chat, yeah, I felt some type of way. But when they came over here, I treated them the same. I always treated them the same because they ain't got nothing to do with what I had going on at that time with that person. You see what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got nothing to do with that nonsense. So I know that. So just always know that when you're over here, you're in a safe space. I appreciate y'all. I got love for y'all. For real. I really do. All right, sweetie. So, oh, Miss Lolita. Hey, sorry, boo. Hey, honey, how you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I am wonderful. You're doing great.
Yeah. And about corporal punishment, I believe in corporal punishment. When I was a child, I got whipped with the belt. I didn't get whipped with the belt a lot because Lolita did not like to get in trouble.
Exactly.
And when kids are small, you have to swat them on the booty. Yeah, hey auntie.
What's going on? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
But go ahead,
morning, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, you can finish your thought. I'll jump in a minute.
Um, well, gosh, now I lost my train of thought. Go ahead, auntie.
No, I mean, look, I was listening to the clip that she was playing. I listened to a good portion of that stream, and then I just kind of tuned out. I was popping a bunch of shit in the chat, but I was more so just trolling Sharon. But either way, I mean, look, corporal punishment, that's up to the parent. Like that's all up to the parent. You got to understand what type of children you have, and discipline is just that, is discipline. You don't do it out of anger. You do it for, for correction purposes. I don't believe in hitting on small kids or anything like that, but there's a time and a place for any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So just like she said, so I've seen girls, I've seen mothers have to pull out knives, call cops on their daughters. That bugged me out when I went through it with my son, what I'm saying, was a younger teenager. And I'm like, I really didn't know what to do because I never went through that shit with my father. And people had to tell me, hey, man, you got to knock him out. That just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna buck up. They called it smelling themselves. That's what kids
Yeah.
do. You know what I'm saying? So in some cases, you got to do that, and that's not abuse or anything like that. That's just correction. So it really just depends on the type of children you have, the situation. Now, if you just angry, what I'm saying, you getting drunk, whatever, and you're not doing it for correction, then that's abuse. But what Mahogany was talking about on that stream, it wasn't anything abusive or anything like that.
Thank
She was
you.
just like, look, if I catch you stealing or some shit like that, like you rather me pop you than the system pop you.
Right.
Because the system will
Facts,
lock your ass
facts.
up. The system will lock you up and they will ruin your life.
Thank you. See, you got sense. A lot of these people, I worry about these people. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Thank you very much.
Nah, I was listening to that, and you ain't say nothing wrong. You ain't say nothing
You
wrong.
sure didn't. You sure didn't. I'm sorry to interrupt that to you, but you didn't say nothing wrong, Mahogany.
Thank you. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that because I was like, am I crazy? Sometimes in this space, like you can say something reasonable, but people will find a way to make it seem so bad. You know?
Because people are ignorant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
They're
I,
very ignorant.
yeah. That's true. And hey, Leo, it's good to see you. It's good to see all of y'all. Red Wings and Exiled One. Thank you all for coming. Like I said, I got another appointment. I appreciate y'all coming up. And Auntie, I'm glad you came through because I was going to reach out to you.
Mm,
I have a video. I need help. I'm not very tech savvy. There's
mm,
a video that I want you to look at. It's the House of the Dragons video by another YouTuber, but I want to know. She's got basically the House of the Dragons moving in the background, but she's got it almost like a green screen and then
mm.
herself in front of the moving video.
No
Do you know?
problem.
Oh, you know how to do
Yeah.
that?
Well, no, I don't really mess with green screens too much. I have them. I'm capable, but yeah, no, we can do it. But just be careful. You don't want claims and strikes. I know I'll probably be going through like what fair use actually is because a lot of folks don't know what fair use is. They just think fair use means you have permission to just play other people's stuff, and you don't. You have to transform it into your own content.
Yeah, I
That's
learned
what
that the
fair
hard.
use is about. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got
So.
flagged. I want to answer Hatch, she might be gone, but I have not spoken on her yet. I have on other people's panels. And I spoke about how I felt about how horrible that situation was. But I probably will. Thank you so much for mentioning that. I
Mhm,
probably will. Like I said, I'm working on a few uploads, but eventually I will go live and that'll be one of my topics. Okay.
mhm.
But did y'all want to go ahead?
No, I mean, I just say, look, it's in the hands of the parent, and there is no instruction manual to parenting. It's just like live television. So sometimes you do things where in hindsight you're like, hey man, maybe I could have done things better. It's really legit on the job training because children are different and different kids are gonna need different forms of discipline. Some kids, all you got to do is give them a look, and just that look of disappointment or whatever is just enough for them to correct. Others, you got to take things from them. You got to come up with creative ways to punish them and correct them. You got to be able to talk to them a certain way. And others, hey, you might have to pop them one time. That's the only thing they're gonna understand. It depends
Well,
on the type of child you have, the way that you've been raising your children, and you got to know that that's really up to the parent to
well,
understand that.
and that's what I
That's
was.
true. That's true.
It's up to the parent. I want to say this. I'm gonna let you. I want you to end it for us, Miss Lolita. And that's what I was saying. Like, stop being so judgmental because I felt like they were really judging people that chose to do that. But the thing of it is, like you said, I've never hit my son out of anger, ever. And when I did, there was a reason for it because you're not going to hit me. I'm not going to have you growing up getting into your full man strength, not hitting me. It's not going to happen. So there were extreme circumstances where that took place. And the same thing with me. I don't know what happened to me. I was going through my teenage years and I decided to backtalk my grandmother and she wasn't having it. And guess what? I turned out okay and I still love my grandma more than anybody else in the world. So this idea that these kids are going to end up damaged, no, I think people are definitely confused with punishment or discipline versus abuse, and there is a difference. So what
Yes,
was this?
yes, there is. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Yes, there is a difference. And that's the big problem with today's society right now. All these single mothers, a lot of them are disciplining their kids. They're letting them run amok.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I worked in pediatrics for years, and I've seen, like I said, the little girl turned around and told her, said, "Bitch, shut up." Then her mother, she was 16.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
she
Said, "You
didn't.
up? What didn't
Oh,
you
I
do?"
wish my daughter, either one of my daughters, when they were younger, ever would have called me a bitch. Oh,
Yeah,
hell no. Bitch? Oh,
Nah, I mean,
that's
I've seen it.
terrible.
I seen it. I remember my ex-wife, her mom went through it with her younger sister, like right in front of us one time. She had to call the cops. You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where knives was pulled out and all of that stuff. So, like this happens. I've seen it. I had a friend of mine, and he's got daughters. He had to step in with his daughter and his wife. Like step in. Like this is going too damn far. Like y'all are going at it. You know what I'm saying? She's a teenager. You know, at this point, you know, the mom, and now the mom is sitting there going back and forth arguing, and it can escalate. So he had to jump in and whatever. And if he wasn't there, chances are the cops would have got called if that would have went an hour later. You know.
I want to. I
So I
want to.
mean, you never know. Everybody's, you know what I'm saying, every situation is different.
I want to say this since you brought that story up, because I've told the story over here before, but I got new people that might not have heard this story. We actually had two people in the family that, to where that happened to, and this is why I'm begging black folks to please, please, please handle your stuff. If you can handle something yourself, handle it. And that's why I'm talking about disciplining your kids so they don't fall into the system. This is on my boyfriend's side of the family, but basically the mom and the daughter got into it. The mom was mad as hell. The police asked, so she called the police. She called the police, which I'm she called the police. They asked her, "Do you think your daughter has any weapons or whatever?" She knew damn well that child ain't had no weapons, but she was like, "Oh, I don't know. She acting crazy." So when you say stuff like that and the police come, especially down south where we are, honey, that where we are with the Confederate flags flagging, honey, it's just very dangerous. Sure enough, they get there. They get there with a crazy amount of force. 8 police cars surrounding the building. They come out, got guns drawn, and they shoot the damn girl. That woman has never, never, ever, ever forgiven herself. She faults herself for her own daughter's death. Of course, I don't believe she intentionally meant to do that, but just the idea that maybe if she had, I don't know, things happen. I'm not going to say that, but
Oh my
that's the
God.
type of situation
Oh
that
my
we,
God. I got chills just hearing that.
yeah, and
That's
it's a true story.
terrible.
It's a true
Oh
story.
my God. If I caused oh my God.
Because I just want to say this: when they come out, and I don't know what it is, a lot of these officers is like, I won't say they pussy, but they automatically listen. Black folks, we got to realize this about us. We are seen a certain way, and that's why I feel some type of way when we get on the internet and we perpetuate these lies. But we are seen as dangerous. We are seen as violent, even though my grandmother and my aunties never been violent or dangerous a day in their life. They go to church 3 times a day. But that's how the media has portrayed us for years, especially our men. And so when they come out there, they're already thinking, oh, this person is a drug dealer. This person there might be guns and there might be this and that. They're not realizing they're dealing with just a normal woman and child spat. They don't look at us the same. And I hate black people. We got to realize that. We got to wake up. We're not looked at the same as everybody else. We should be in a perfect world. We should be, but that's not the world we live in.
No, it's not, Mahogany.
Well, that's all I have, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming up. If y'all want to say if y'all want to say some closing words, then go ahead and do
I
it
don't have
now.
any closing words. Both you and Auntie have a great day.
You too, baby. Thank you, Miss Lolita. You're always welcome.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get to work. You know, I'm just coming up here to, you know what I'm saying, shoot the shit with you. But nah, I was watching that on Sharon's, and you ain't saying nothing wrong. It was what it was. There's a lot of people that was just trying to use that shit for content. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Use something that they saw for content. And I'm
Mhm.
like, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily agree with how he disciplined his kids, not even just hitting them, but the fact that you did it on a live stream, you know, on
Yeah.
YouTube. That's the problem right there. But as far as how you want to discipline your children for stealing, that's up to the parent.
Right.
That's
And
up to the parent.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you said that because y'all, thank y'all for keeping me on track.
And whether I agree with it or not, it really doesn't matter. He's their parent, not me.
And that's what I was saying to him too about everything doesn't have to be exposed on YouTube. That's all I was saying. I wasn't telling anybody what to do. It was just a little advice because I know how people go. I've had people zoom in on my private parts, all kinds of stuff. These people are weird. And so my advice was really, if you want to lessen this, just expose your children less. I'm not saying you can't share because I've shared my family on here. I'm not saying you can't share your family, but maybe definitely make sure they're clothed, make sure everything is straight before you turn that camera on if you're going to do it. That's all I was saying. Well, okay. Thank you so much. And listen, I am going to reach out later because I need help with this video. I'll send it to you.
All right. Nah. Thanks for having me up. I'm about to get to work. I appreciate you having me up, though. You know
You're
what's up,
welcome.
Mahogany.
All right. I appreciate you too.
Appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye. And congratulations on the purge. I think I've already said that, but okay. Bye, y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'm working on those videos. They should be up by tonight. If you're not into House of Dragons, I promise you by the time your girl break it down, you will be. Okay. And we're going to talk about the surgery stuff later, a little bit later too tonight. Peace, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button for your girl. Peace.